Hi friends, welcome back to Sauna with Samantha. Now something that I struggle with all the time is balance, and so today's flow is going to be centered around practicing balance. Now some things that help with balancing are setting firm foundations to stand on, and then also softening around your center. So I know we've talked about this on this channel before, but that's what we're going to be practicing today. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we're going to be spending a lot of time on our feet today, so for that reason we're going to start with a toe stretch. I'm really sorry if you've done it before, then you know it's kind of tough, but it's really helpful for stretching out your feet. So again, we can strengthen that base. So let's go ahead and I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. Go ahead and tuck under the toes and then just sit back onto your toes. We're just going to hang out here for about a minute. Now I know this will look super simple, but it can feel really uncomfortable if you're not used to it. But see if you can just sit with the discomfort and see if you can find some rest in this position. A little bit longer. Breathe. I know we're jumping straight into it today. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Hang in there, you got this. All right, go ahead and bring your weight forward. You tap out your toes, release some of the pressure there. Go ahead and lean back. Now we're gonna open up through the tops of the feet. So if you need to place your hands behind you for added support, you can do that, or you can bring hands to heart center. We're just gonna bring the weight back. So again, we're stretching out through the tops of the feet. And if you've got your hands up here, then you're already beginning to work with the balance of it as well. You should feel your core engaging, really getting into it. Breathe. See if we can stay here about as long as we stayed in that first toe stretch. Something else that can be really helpful with balance is finding a drishti point or a focal point that you can set your sights on, like an object on the wall. Keeping something to center your view on can be really helpful. Breathe. Let's take 1 more breath here. All right, go ahead and place your hands down, bring the weight forward. And again, tap out those toes. That one's a tough one too. All right, let's come into a tabletop position. We'll do a little bit of cat and cow. So really driving from the pressure in your hands. Draw your hands back toward you to bring your chest forward, sit bones draw back. And as you exhale, press those hands away from you, pressing something forward across the mat. Round the spine, sit bones tuck under, chin comes to chest. Inhale, draw your hands back toward you, come forward for cow. And as you exhale again, press away into cat. Let's do 1 more of each of these. Inhale, come forward, exhale, back. Beautiful. Come to a neutral spine. Extend your right arm out long, left leg out long. Hold here. See what it feels like to have just 2 limbs on the floor. Bend that back leg. Grab hold of the ankle with your right hand. Really press the ground away. Keep that core engaged. Do not collapse into your spine. Coming up into tiger pose. Gaze comes forward. Go ahead and release that. You can bring those limbs down to the floor. Extend the left arm out and the right leg. Hold here. Really press down through that left shin, that right palm. Bend the right knee. Grab hold with your left hand. And again, come up for tiger pose. See if you can really keep that core engaged. Go ahead and release. Place your limbs back down on the floor. Tuck under the toes. We'll come up into a downward facing dog. Now this is our first downward dog of the day, so take a moment to set the posture. You can pedal through the feet. Make sure your toes are pointed toward the front of the mat. Sit bones are drawing high to the sky. Breathe here. If you want to take a nice deep bend in the knee, please feel free. Sit bones drawing high. Now, spread through the fingertips. Now lifting from the inner thigh, left leg comes up. Hold here. Just playing with the balance a little bit. Release that left foot down. Lift the right foot up. See if you are compensating in either of your shoulders for that imbalance. Go and release that foot down. Bring the right hand up. Again, see if you start to shift your weight in your legs or if you start to move forward. Release that hand down. Then lift the left hand up. Just playing around with the balance. Your core should be working. Go ahead and release that hand down. Good. Walk your feet up to the hands. Take a nice deep bend in the knees. Feet are about hip width apart. You can just hang here and ragdoll. Grab hold of opposite elbows. Just sway. Go ahead and peel the body up, bone by bone. Beautiful, good job. So we're gonna build a little bit of heat by doing some sun salutations. So we'll do 2 sun A's and 2 sun B's. And then we will, again, work a little bit more with the balance. So sun A's, here we go. Feet together, inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest, create some space. Exhale, plant the hand, step or jump back to a high plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Now through these vinyasas, there's always that option to drop to the knees, come up to a high cobra instead of a upward facing dog. It's totally up to you. Listen to your body. Work with what feels good to it today. On an inhale, step or jump, feet to hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands down through heart center. And again, inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, plant the hand, step or jump back to a high plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, take a couple of breaths here. Settle in. Right, on an inhale, step or jump, feet to hands. Come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Good job. Now we're gonna do a couple of sun B's, but I'm gonna add in a little bit of a balance challenge for you. So, in all of the standing postures for our sun B's, I want you to try coming up to the tiptoes. If you feel like sun B's are tough enough, then that's okay. Just do your regular sun B's. But if you're ready for a challenge and you want to test that balance and strengthen that practice for yourself, maybe try coming up to the tiptoes. All right, here we go. Inhale, come up to chair position, come up to those toes. Breathe. On an exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lift the chest. Exhale, plant those hands, step or jump back to a high plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lifting from the inner thigh, right leg comes up. Bend that knee, knee to nose. Plant that foot between the hands. Now, if you're coming up to tiptoes, just keep that back foot in a high lunge. Otherwise, you can angle it 45 degrees. Use your leg strength. Come all the way up to stand. Bring that front foot up to a tiptoe. Take an extra breath here. Again, find that focal point if you're feeling like the balance is off. Plant those hands, step back, vinyasa, back to down dog. Again, lifting with the inner thigh. Inhale, left leg comes up, bend that knee, bring it all the way to the nose. Plant that foot between the hands, leg strength, up to warrior one, and bring it up to that tiptoe. Again, take an extra breath here. On an exhale, plant those hands, step back to the high plank, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Catch your breath if you lost it. I know these sun bees are tough as is. And when you add in the tiptoes, it'll be pretty, pretty rough. Make sure you're breathing through these postures though. Your breath will help you. Bring oxygen to those muscles so they can support you. On an inhale, step or jump, feet to hands. Lift the chest, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back to that chair position. Pop up to the toes. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Good job. All right, let's do that one more time. Here we go. Inhale, up on the tiptoes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Create some space. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back to a high plank. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. From the inner thigh, right leg comes up. Plant that foot between the hands. Use your leg strength. Come all the way up. Pop up to the toes. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back. Vinyasa. Back to down dog. Inhale, left leg comes up. Bend that knee. Plant the foot. Leg strength. Warrior one. Pop up to the toes. Exhale, plant those hands. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, catch that breath if you lost it. Whew. Make sure that you are breathing. On an inhale, step or jump, feet to hands. Lift the chest, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair position. Pop up to those toes. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Good job. From here, let's set our foundation in left foot. So pick up your toes, spread through them, and then place them down one at a time. Really create as wide of a base in that left foot as you can. You want to have support. And then bring your right leg up for a standing balance. We're gonna hold here for a moment. You can just have your hands at heart center. Again, pick a focal point or a drishti point on the wall to help you stabilize. Now slowly, slowly, bring that right foot back without touching the toe to the floor. Hinge at the hips. We'll come all the way back into warrior three. Hold here. Your back toe should be pointed down towards the ground. Use your proprioception. All right, and bring it again, slowly, slowly, hinging at the hips. Back into that standing balance with your knee forward. Good. All right, you stay here. I'm going to turn so that you can see me, okay? All right, now from your standing balance, bring the sole of your right foot either to your calf or all the way up to your thigh. Do not place it on your knee joint. It is not healthy for your knees. Okay, once you've got it there, bring hands back to heart center. See if you can soften your body around your rooting point and your center. Imagine yourself growing tall through the crown of your head. Now bring your right hand down to your right knee into chin mudra. You can bring your left arm up above the head and take a little side stretch toward the right. Playing with the balance here. This might feel unfamiliar. That does not mean you cannot do it. If you fall, that's okay. Come back up to center. Whoop. Bring hands back to heart center. Go ahead and release your tree. Cross that left ankle over your left knee and sit back into a figure 4 stretch. Bring arms out to the side for flying Buddha. Sit back. Enjoy the stretch through your right glute. I know your left ankle is burning. Don't worry, we're almost done on this side. Inhale, come back up. Release that foot down with control. Good job. You can shake out that left foot. I know it probably hurts. That's okay. All right. Let's repeat on the left side. Inhale. Left leg comes up for standing balance. Hold here. Now slowly, slowly, without touching that foot to the floor, bring it all the way back into a warrior 3. Again, toes should be pointed down towards the floor. You can just keep your hands at heart center. And then slowly, slowly, bring that knee all the way forward. Whoop, back into that standing balance. If you need to place your foot down to reset your base, that is fine. Do it. All right, you stay where you are. I'm going to turn so that you can see me. Spread through my toes. All right, now bring the sole of your left foot to either your right thigh or your right calf. I'm going to come into tree. Hands at heart center. Breathe. See if you can soften. Once you feel stable, you've got your roots in the ground. You bring your left hand to the left knee, chin mudra. Right arm comes up to the sky. Little baby stretch toward the left. Again, use that drishti point if you need it. Whoop. Okay, come back up. Hands back to heart center. Cross that left ankle over the right knee. Sit back into that figure 4 stretch. Arms come outside, flying Buddha. Breathe. Should feel nice on your left glute now. You just worked it so hard. I know that right ankle's burning now. We'll shake it out, I promise. Inhale to come back up, hands to heart center. You can release with control, that left foot down. Go ahead and shake that right foot out. Whew, I know, it's a lot of work on one ankle. Crushed it. All right, I'm coming back to where you are. Now, if you have blocks, go ahead and move them up to the front of your mat, because this is the time where they will come in handy. If you don't have them, that's okay. You don't need them, but they are helpful. If you want to pause me and go and grab them, I would. All right, now, with control, step your right foot all the way back. We're going to come into a warrior 2. So right foot should be parallel with the back of the mat. Left foot is pointed towards the front of the mat. Knee is stacked over your ankle. Make sure your knee is pointed toward the second or third toe on that foot. You don't want to be tilting in or splaying out. You want to make sure it's nice and aligned so gravity is helping you, not working against you. All right, arms come out long for warrior 2. Take a breath here. If you feel like you're having trouble stacking your knee, you can always shorten your stance. That can help a lot. And then you'll still maintain the integrity of the pose. Right, on an inhale, flip that left palm up. As you exhale, come back for reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. As you exhale, come into side angle. On a nice long line between your right fingers, all the way down to the outer edge of your right foot. Engage that left arm, create some space. And inhale, come back up to warrior 2. Flip that palm, exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, back up to center. Go ahead and interlace your hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders onto the backside body. As you exhale, come down for humble warrior. On an inhale, come back up. Straighten that front leg. Bring your arms out long. We're coming into triangle. So As if someone's got a hold of your hand and they're pulling you as far as they can, and then turn. Now here is a great place to be up on a block. Even if you can reach the floor, if you have a block, grab your block and use your block. That way you can really press down and extend your wingspan high up to the sky. Breathe here. Do not hyperextend that left knee if you feel like that's a risk for you. Engage your left quad. Lift your kneecaps up. All right, let's go ahead and unwind. Bend that front leg. Bring your block a little bit forward and wide of your shoulder. Bring your weight forward. Establish first your back leg, then your front arm, then straighten the leg. And as soon as you feel like you've got that, you can open all the way up to the sky for half moon. Breathe. All right, go ahead and unwind. You can place both hands down on the ground, remove the block, come into a standing split. Now, standing split does not have to be a full split. If you are like me and you're pretty tight, and this is as high as you get, that's fine. It's still a standing split. If you can get farther than me, by all means, feel free. Breathe. Release that right foot down next to the left into a forward fold. Hang here. You can bend the knees if you'd like. It's a little resting point. Go ahead and peel the body all the way up, one vertebrae at a time, to stand. Good job. All right, we're gonna do that on the other side. And I'm gonna come, you stay where you are. I'm gonna come to the other side so I'm not putting my buns in your face. All right, so as you inhale, lift that leg. Exhale, place it down with control, all the way back, and open into your warrior two. Again, check your knee, that is moving towards that second and third toe, and then it's stacked correctly. Gaze is over those front fingertips. Breathe here, establish the posture. On an inhale, flip that right palm up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, come back up. As you exhale, engage that right arm, extend that left arm up, side angle. Inhale, back up, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, to warrior two. Interlace those hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders onto the back side body. Come into humble warrior. Allow gravity to take hold of your neck. Inhale, come back up. Extend that right leg so that it's straight. Oh, forgot my block. Extend it straight. And then as if someone has a hold of your right hand, they are just pulling you as far as they can. As soon as they can't pull you any further, go ahead and turn. Use that block. Really make that wingspan grow. Press down. You want to extend your collarbones so that they are broad. Really create some space all through the chest. Hold here. Again, engage that quad. If you feel that you are hypermobile, or if you feel as though your knee joint is taking a little too much pressure, engage the quad. All right, go ahead and bend that front knee. You can untwist a little bit. Place that block a little bit forward and wide of your shoulder and come up. So again, establish your back leg and your right arm first. Once you've done that, you can straighten your right leg. And then once you've gotten that, then you can open up to the sky for half moon. And again, make that wingspan grow. Even if you can touch the floor, grab your block. Try it. You may never want to do it without a block again. Really grow. All right, go ahead and place both hands down. Remove the block. We'll come into a standing split. Again, do not worry about how deep you can get. Release that left foot down next to the right. And again, go ahead and hang here. Breathe. Enjoy the rest. All right, go ahead and peel the body all the way up. All right, I'm gonna come back to the front of the mat where you guys are. Okay. On an inhale, bring arms up and come up to the tiptoes. Now again, if you want to find a focal point on the wall, that can be really helpful. We're going to stay on tiptoes. And now as you exhale, bring your hands down to heart center and simultaneously come down to a crouch, but do not release the tiptoes. All right, focus on the wall or whatever it is that you're looking at. And then inhale, come all the way back up to stand, arms extended all the way up to the sky. Exhale, back down to a crouch. Now we're getting a calf workout today too. That's okay. Inhale, all the way back up to stand. See if you can move somewhat slowly. Maybe just try to move a little slower than you're comfortable. Exhale, all the way back down to a crouch. Hold here. And then release down to your bum. If you'd like, you can roll the ankles. Release some of the pressure. All right. Now bring your knees into your chest and come back to sit. Just balancing on your sit bones in this little hug. You've been working hard today. Good job, legs. Good job, core. Getting better at our balance. It's all about practice, right? All right, go ahead and release those feet down. All right, we're gonna come back up one more time. So if you'd like, you can do a modified boat pose where you bring kind of this 90-degree angle here. I want you to keep a straight spine, okay? So if this is where you can get with your spine straight, stay there. Or you can bring them all the way up to a V position. You can bring your arms out, or you can keep them behind the knees. Up to you. Hold here just a moment. Release those feet down to the floor. Come all the way down to your back. Rock and roll forward and back on your spine. Give it a little bit of a massage. Hopefully it should feel really nice. Come back down to supine position. Again, give your knees a hug. You can rock side to side. All right. Bring your arms out to a T. Drop both legs over to the left. If you'd like, you can take that left hand, put a little pressure on the knee. Bring your gaze over the right shoulder. If you want to deepen the twist a little bit further, see if you can allow your body to start to relax. Both shoulders should still be on the mat. All right, inhale, bring both knees up to the center. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right. You can again place pressure if you'd like. Bring that gaze over the left shoulder. Breathe. Inhale, bring both knees in. Let's cross left ankle over the right knee. Thread the hands behind that thigh. As you exhale, draw those legs toward you. All right, got a figure four stretch, but this one a little bit more restful. You worked your legs a lot today. Give you an extra stretch. Make sure you're keeping your left foot flexed in this position to protect that knee joint. Go ahead and release that. Let's switch. Right ankle over the left knee. Thread the hands through. Flex that right foot. Exhale. Draw those legs toward you. All right, let's release that. Go ahead and window wipe the legs from side to side. Nice big window wipes. All right, and then let's make our way into Shavasana. So you can take whichever variation you like. If you'd like, you can keep your feet at the width of the mat and let your knees tumble in. Or you can go with the traditional Shavasana, legs extended, just allow your feet to fall out to the sides. Shoulder blades should be tucked under the back. You can either keep the hands at the belly or palm up on the floor. Close off the eyes. Now allow each and every one of your muscles to simply relax in this position. Allow gravity to take hold of your body. Allow yourself to feel heavy and sink down into the floor. Imagine that each individual finger is heavy, that your feet are heavy, torso. Just let go. Let gravity take them. And allow this sinking feeling to assist your body in relaxing from top to bottom, from side to side, from the center out. Now allow your body to feel lighter than air, as if you're floating up toward the ceiling. Imagine that each individual finger is weightless. Your feet are weightless. Your torso is weightless. As though you might just float away. Now bring your awareness to your breath. Observe it move in and out. Allow your body to take some subtle movements. You can wiggle fingers and toes. And then in your own time, when you feel ready, go ahead and roll to whichever side feels comfortable to you today. And make your way up into a comfortable seated position. Eyes remain closed. Feel the sturdiness of the ground beneath you. Draw your energy downward to center yourself. You're on a stable base. Bring hands to heart center. You can blink open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me today. I hope that that was enjoyable for you, and I hope that it was helpful for your abilities with balance. I know that the more that I practice, the better I get at it. So feel free to use this flow as many times as you need. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. Let me know how it went for you today. And if you did enjoy it, please be sure to like and subscribe. There are new flows every Tuesday and Saturday. And if you'd like to be updated anytime that there's a new upload, go ahead and hit that notification bell. Thank you again so much for flowing with me today. Have a swell day, and namaste.